Culture Casino. 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 Oh. Culture Casino. Culture Casino. Culture Casino. Oh. Culture Casino. 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 Oh. Culture Casino. Culture Casino. Culture Casino.
Hey, everybody, good morning. Welcome to the Saturday News Update. We've got a lot going on today. Sorry you don't like the AI music, Monkey Jeebus, but hey, it was a great way to get, my name said a lot, which, kind of neat. I like it anyway. But we've got many, many stories to get through today. We've got a lot of things being removed randomly from places. I was kind of surprised by some of the things that are being removed, and for the reasons. But I think a lot of companies are not wanting the hassle of whatever it is that could be misconstrued, misunderstood, other things. But yeah, we'll get into all of that. I think I've got like 5, 6, 7 stories maybe, or 5 stories with interrelated things. It's very odd. But it is a happy Saturday. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the show. We are going to say hi to a few of you and get right into it. We got our buddy Tim out there. You can check out Tim's talk on everything, including, social media stuff. So there's that. We got Little Mouse 27. What's going on? Shrap 3D is out there. We got the lovely Tina Bojan out there. We've got Low Spec Linux Laptop. Ruby Hoove is in the house, and so is Hoove. I hope both of you are doing well and have an incredible weekend, a great Saturday. Our favorite polar bear is here. Good morning, Stortapupus Keeber. J. Today's show is brought to you by the letter J. The only letter in the alphabet you need. Store-bought chocolate donuts. Oof, for breakfast, dinner? Oh, yeesh. All right. Mark Fields, good morning. Hello, good sir. How are you doing? I hope everybody well. Hope everybody is well. The lovely Ruby Hoove gives a Culture Casino membership. Thank you for your generous gift today. That is a gifty. I will get the Stream Deck fixed today, so I don't have to say that every time. I just hit a button. Or I hit a button and go, gifty. I think it'll be good. Tom F. Good morning, Tom F., of course. And Archie Mitchell's in the house. We've got Juan Carlos Gonzalez Jr. saying, Disney ditches Descendants decided. Doubt displaced decisively. There you go. That's a lot of D's. We got Liberty Hall's cat in the house. Let's see. Oh, the lovely Tina Beebe. She sent me a lovely message on the community tab, so I responded in kind. She's so great. The amazing Tender Warrior 68 is here, who actually gifted a huge bunch of memberships yesterday. Gifties all over the place. Thank you for that. Luke is here, probably working on his book. Another book. I got to get in touch with Luke. Luke, I want to see your book. The Slithering Peanut is out there, and so is Bowie Grant. Dig the new intro. Yeah, some people don't like it. Monkey Jeebus is one of those. Oh, it's all right. I'll figure something out. Be-Mo Betta over on the Green Machine. Good to see you. Apex is here. Apex is doing good stuff. Dropped in on one of his shows the other night. Let's see who else is out there. Dr. Megatron. Who else we got? At least put slots in. That's not a half bad idea. I could totally do that. I think I will. What else is happening? Mr. H is here. What's up? You guys can go check out Mr. H's amazing hangouts. He's a good follow. Did you do that movie review? What else is out there? Hey, Stuttering Guitarist is here. He's awesome. Darth Vengeant. Yeah, I almost said it right the first time. Blackie is out there, of course. And who else we got? Love. We got Love. Hey, Jeff Pearson. What's going on? Low Linux Laptop Gaming over on the Green Machine. We got Kenny Long. Been a minute, my friend. I'm in Toronto, Ontario for a mini summer vacation. Awesome. Saw my Detroit Tigers beat the Blue Jays. Awesome. About to head back downtown. Well, be safe. Enjoy yourself, but be safe. Be safe, Kenny. Jay gifted a CultureCasino membership. Thank you, Jay. And that means Juan Carlos Gonzalez Jr. can participate in today's member stream. That's right. If you're a member, check the community tab and find in there a message just to members. So you can check that out. That's going to be coming up right shortly after this show. If you are not a member, you're going to automatically be redirected to our good friend, or I should say automatically be redirected to our friend Salty Nerd Podcast. So hanging out with the guys over there. And, of course, another generous gift from Hoove, who gifted a Culture Casino membership to Kenny Long. That's amazing. And again, gifty, as Tom says, gifty. There you go. We've got the amazing Cynthia Carter out there. Jared Markham is hanging out with us as well. We've got Jake Lawrence there. Here from the Mr. H Reviews podcast. Good to see you. And Mr. H is amazing. Love that guy. I missed the show on Thursday. I was so bummed, but I had other stuff I had to do. Josiah Robinson's out there, and we are set to go. Look at all the gift boxes. Anytime somebody sends a gift, you can drop those gift boxes. They say gifty in the chat. So, all right, let's get to it. We got a story to cover. I want to start with, I think Hollywood and others are starting to deal with the fact that words have consequences. Things that you say will come back to haunt you, I assure you. And I think Bella Hadid is the latest person to find this out, because Adidas has just said, we don't like this, so we're going to remove your campaign because you shot some criticism in the wrong place. This is why you don't do politics in your job, folks, especially if you're in any of these industries. And while some, talent agencies and managers and all of that are going to want you to do that, I don't think it's good, because someday public or sentiment, broad public sentiment is going to fall against you if you're constantly doing that. You leave yourself open for criticism. You leave yourself open to be called out for hypocrisy. That's not good. But Bella Hadid is removed from that campaign. She said some bad things about a government. And, so Adidas pulled images of model Bella Hadid from a big-budget campaign. And the Guardian newspaper is reporting that the sportswear company said it was revising its campaign to promote a sports shoe first, launched to coincide with the 1972 Munich Olympic Games, when 11 members of the team from the country that she was leveling criticism at were taken hostage and then later eliminated, unalived, by some people that were bad, very bad people. Hadid, who has roots on that side of things, was previously slammed by the Israeli government for allegedly chanting the slogan that, unless you're in that particular region, there's a pretty better than even chance that you don't know what it means. So, don't want to start too heavy this morning, but unfortunately, there's a lot of heavy out there today. And believe me, we're going to get to the Disney Plus story. I think is going to shock you. Anyway, so yeah, she's been accused of anti-people stuff, and was very unhappy that Hadid was the face of the Adidas campaign. So Adidas said in a statement that the campaign for the SL72 shoe unites a broad range of partners. We are conscious that connections have been made to tragic historical events, though these are completely unintentional, and we apologize for any upset or distress. As a result, we're revising the remainder of the campaign. I guess her sister Gigi donated $1 million to humanitarian efforts in the area. Wow. Folks, seriously, think before you post. If you think it's even a little incendiary, don't press send. Go to bed. Think about it. Wake up in the morning. Decide if that's something that you should say. Sometimes it's important. And look, eternal vigilance, I'm with you. You disagree with the government, you lose your job. And I agree. But it had nothing to do with the laws that you cite. It has to do with the fact that there's a lot of blowback. Again, don't get involved in the political stuff if you can avoid it. If you can avoid it. I mean, I talk about it very gingerly here as a reason. Eternal vigilance is the price of liberty, which I agree with entirely. I also understand your position, but I'm going to say that you work for a company, you're representing them. If they don't like something you're doing, and again, it had to have been. It wasn't a government; it was a company that you represent. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Grant Gregory. Perhaps, by the way, one of the greatest editors and people out there, Mr. Grant Gregory, says you should do Rumble exclusive so you don't have to self-censor. Yeah, I'm going to have to, which I've been thinking about for a while, better part of a year. I think I may have to do that. I'm not really doing politics today. That's just happened to be the story that was out there. So the answer to that's no, because that's more of a speech issue, in my opinion. Kremlin, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to try to avoid politics from here on out. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. The next 5 stories are not related to politics at all. Adidas? Am I saying it wrong? Adidas. No, I said it right. Yeah, look up the Hatch Act for government employees. Well, there you go. Anyway, we're not going to dive into the politics of everything. Let's see. Hey, Tasty, you're back in the 80s. Good to see you. A Saturday night show? Well, yeah, for those of you in Australia, for me, it's a morning show. Yep. And then for those of you who are members, shortly following this show, there is a member stream. Otherwise, if you're not a member, you will be automatically redirected to the Salty Nerd podcast because they'll be getting started. Yesterday was fun, as half the stuff at work wasn't working with the Microsoft shutdown. Would have been nice if it was more quiet. Well, it goes down to this platform that doles out security stuff, which is I'm going to tell you something. I had a conversation with another friend in IT after I'd already talked about this. And I'm going to say this. CrowdStrike, too many companies use it. Yesterday, there were 1 billion bricked machines, most of them servers. So it's pretty crazy. So when I look at that, I go, you need to deploy locally on servers you own not rely on cloud so much. Don't operate on cloud services so much. Cloud services are for redundancy, backup, storage, that. You should never rely on that for ultimate support of a corporation. I'm not going to change my position on that. That's just the way it is. It is bad strategic planning, and yesterday it was put on full display. Hey, Eternal Vigilance. Anywho, there you go, my friend. All right. Who else is out there? Oh my gosh, it's Daryl. What's up? Say it like Run DMC, brother. I did. Adidas. Hey, the lovely Jillian's out there. Good morning. How many times Microsoft? Microsoft breaks things constantly. And again, I do try to limit, if not completely eliminate, telemetry from Windows, because garbage-tasticness will ensue. So there's a weird thing that happens regularly. It's the Television Critics Association semi-annual meeting with networks and platforms. Why? Well, it's done so that everybody knows what's coming up and what to pay attention to and all of that. And this seems to be becoming smaller and smaller with less people desiring to participate. Well, lots of frustration abounds between the people involved in projects and the people covering projects. So there are fewer days and very few people participating because nobody finds it as valuable as they used to because, well, all this stuff is out in the world all the time. So this is the 2019 panel you're looking at for Big Little Lies out there to, promote what's going on with this show. So one person this year, Jimmy O. Yang, he was up there for about 20 minutes when a nameless reporter, I guess they never announced their names, which is a complaint from whoever this author is, asked him where he went wrong during his journey from UC San Diego economics major to stand-up and actor. And, there's only about 100 people in there. He's plugging his series, Interior Chinatown. But obviously, the conversation was drifting off topics, which he responded, "How did we all go so wrong to be in this room right now? We could do better for our parents." And I think that's kind of a funny thing and a funny response, and probably should be left to its humor. But there really is no point to these anymore. This is basically just a junket for a lot of people. And that's it. That's it. There's no win here. There's no reason to do these anymore. One of the advantages of the internet is that we're so interconnected. A publicist responded this way: "Every time we submit to this, we find ourselves asking why. The minute we wrap one TCA, we're asking ourselves if we really want to do it again." That's from a publicist. There's no point in these. Like, I'm going to keep saying it. It's a press junket of the worst kind. And there's no point. It's the same with award shows. There's no point anymore. Because you're not really making excellent things, whether it's television or film or music or anything. Nothing's authentically being made. Nothing great is being made. There's no new ideas. It's very strange. And you're going to start seeing that more and more. I mean, there will be fewer and fewer people trying to promote their stuff. Hey, what's going on? Playing Fallout 76? That's super fun. You didn't miss very much. The only politically spiked story was the first one, so the rest of this is going to be nice. But it's pretty wild. Hey, Stitch. Yeah. Whoa, thank you guys. I'm right about cloud. Yeah. Don't do AWS as your backbone. Well, it was Azure primarily. There is too much control by too few entities that are causing this problem, and it was put right front and center yesterday. So any organization that does this is just trying to cheap out on things that don't make money. Supporting your business, no, it doesn't make money. But by supporting your business, you prevent major catastrophe like yesterday. You're down a whole day of business. Customers for banks couldn't get to their money. Travelers for flights couldn't get where they needed to go. It was an absolute catastrophe yesterday. So there you go. Yeah, sorry. Tina's like, I was getting to say, oh no, not another award show. Nah, it's a semi-annual press junket. All they're doing is promoting their shows. And the television critics are there to just, I don't know, haze them. I don't know. It's not good. Unacceptable views. There you go. Look at that. Epic weave. Thanks. You mean the beard? Yeah. Yeah, award shows are easy to make and make some cash. Yeah, and I agree with you, and you would know Dice Media, but at the same time, there's no win anymore. And you're having dwindling viewership. You have the occasional pop here and there, but I just don't see it anymore. And Dice as part of the media. I mean, do you know why the television critics still do this outside of the junket aspect of it? Is it something that they really glean anything out of for these shows? I don't understand. I don't want to take away benefits and opportunities from reporters, especially critics, if there's actually something authentic to cover, but there just doesn't seem to be. Oh, I agree with you, Logic's Finest. I truly do. We will never know the extent of that debacle. And ChatGPT is destroying refereed academic journals. Oh, of course. Referred academic journals. I was going to say refereed. Anyway, you're right, because you're just going to get the same garbledy-gook, and it's going to get dumber and dumber over time. It just is. Holy cow, the generosity has arrived. We've got more gifties from Jillian N5. Culture Casino memberships. Thank you, Jillian. Look at all those green names. Barry on. And so many more. Some names I'm not even going to try to say. Hey, what's up, Jeremy Heath? Good to see you. Victor Fontaine's hanging by the pool. Good. Have the pool all to myself. Awesome, man. Just don't get too much sun. It's bad for you. Rogue Thinker, good morning. Of course, the vitamin D from the sun is good for you. So, there's that. Just don't get a sunburn. Oh, I know unacceptable views. It's fine. Yeah. But again, I mean, you want to promote things. So let's say you want to go to Sundance and get an award so you can get a distributor. No, that makes perfect sense. In fact, we're actually going to talk about Sundance. That's different. The television critics, the television critics junket that is basically to promote shows every year. I don't know. I mean, look, almost everything now can be distributed digitally. There's no need for these gatherings. That's the problem. I want people to have reasons to go places because I want reason for people to have jobs and for venues to exist where people go and do that. But if there's no value in it for the television folks, which I just read a quote from a publicist, there's no, what's the point? Oh, Jerry, that sounds great. I would love the rain. I would like some. Might get some later today. Perhaps. It's incredibly humid outside. Where are the masculine heroes for young boys to emulate in media? That's a good question. They're very few. In fact, you're about to lose the last one, which I would say Cobra Kai, even though that's not terribly masculine. Stranger Things went very much not masculine towards the end here. That's a good question. We need more of that instead of Descendants, which we're going to get to, I promise. We got lots coming up to talk about. I don't think I'm coping. AI, when it comes to AI, I don't think I'm coping at all. I mean, I've watched it decline because it's intentionally dumbed down. It ignores actual factual data and comparative data that it should be utilizing to figure out logical fallacies and other things. It's being compromised. So it's either going to be I mean, you're driving it to one particular ideology, and which is going to continually twist things so it no longer presents factual information at all, instead of the occasional quote unquote mistake. Double check the response for accuracy. ChatGPT still does that. All of these things do, and right now, it's not capable of sentience in any way. So that's an issue in and of itself, because now it's just a really amazing spell checker. I mean, I know that's not what it is, but it's just predictive text. So, I don't know. When you go to Sundance now, it's really rare to have someone who hasn't already got a distributor and breaks the idea of independent film. Yeah, you know what? That is a story. You know what? Let's jump on that one next. So I've got that queued and ready to go for the next bit here. But there's a lot going on with Sundance. I think some of it is tied to people no longer wanting to do the thing at Sundance that you used to do on the side, which was hit the slopes. But we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah. The problem with shows today is that the first season is good, but then it's years before the second season, and by then I've lost all interest. Well, that's another problem. And this has been a problem for a bit, ever since you get the direct-to-series order instead of actually ordering a pilot and some speculative episodes. Abandoning the classic TV model has hurt not just television, but streaming and everything else. And we don't have good writers anymore. Let's face it. Pyrene Dream says, need more Tulsa King. Yeah. Except that pretty soon, Taylor Sheridan is not going to be able to keep up. So there's that. Oh, you got the grandbaby today. Awesome. Rewound listening at 2 times speed. Well, I'm glad you're here, Penny. Let's see. Hey, Rivethead. What's going on, Razorburn? Oh, a retired English professor. For crying out loud, AIs allow collusion, just as if another person were writing for you. It's cheating. Oh, indeed. Indeed. And oftentimes it's silly. Someday I'll go, I've done this a couple times before. Early on, when AI was writing for people, I brought it to Comics' attention way back before the show that we used to do on his channel had a name. And then I did it live here on my channel one time, and I even did a video about it. And again, this goes back 4 years now, almost three and a half years. And guess what we found? We found that it doesn't. It's you can tell it's a machine. You can still tell it's a machine. It's insane. And you can also tell that it's verbally slanted towards a particular ideology. So, Thor was probably the most masculine character that Marvel had. That's true. Along with the Punisher, well, that for sure. Both have been feminized. Masculinity is not toxic. Feminine boys make for hard times for all. I agree with you. I think I've said as much. And that's been happening for quite some time. You really are making boys hate themselves. Don't do that. It's dumb. Writing for TV and film are very, very different. Indeed, they truly are. Just like writing news for radio and TV and print are all different. That's true. It's true. They're entirely different styles. All true. I hear a lot of mistakes in AI readings on vlogs. Yes, spot on, CC. Well, thank you, Joe. I think I saw Biggles in here. What's up, Biggles? Okay, quick reminder and reset. This is a proper way to reset a show. We're going to move on to the next subject. But before we do, just a quick reminder that if you are a member, there will be a member stream immediately after this. Well, not immediately, but very soon after we wrap up here. And if you are not a member, you will automatically be redirected to Salty Nerd Podcast. So there you go. Jillian goes, all names green. That's right. Thank you, Jillian. You are amazing. Your generosity is spectacular. Bilbo Swaggin, good to see you. Man, I've been seeing you a lot lately. All right, let's move on to the next story. This one is important, and you know what? Dice Media Group was right on top of it. It's one of the stories I've had pre-selected for the day. They're looking to move Sundance to 6 possible cities, including Louisville and Cincinnati. Now, it's not a big town, but it kind of enjoys this fun atmosphere and the ability to like hit the slopes, which a lot of business is done in this town during the festival. That's what it looks like. And it's kind of cool. A lot of people like it. So the Sundance Institute has selected the finalist cities for the location for the 2027 shift. So in addition to the possibility of remaining at Park City and Salt Lake City, the cities that made the next round are Atlanta, Cincinnati, Boulder. That'd be cool. Louisville and Santa Fe. Not sure what do you think the upside would be for Santa Fe for Sundance? I don't think there'd be one. And just so you know, I mean, this was a huge independent festival. Things got sold here. Films basically got sold here. You found distributors. You did all kinds of things. This is very important. The question is, if whether or not something has an appeal for a secondary reason to be there. I'm not sure Santa Fe has that, unless you want to look at crystal things and weird art and stuff. Atlanta has an appeal, and it's close to the mainstream film industry now. Cincinnati? What? No. I don't know. Boulder, Colorado? Maybe. Louisville, Kentucky? Probably not. Like you said, I mean, I don't know that there's reason to move this. I mean, it's odd. So the Institute looked at the infrastructure and event capabilities of each city, and the cities were required to show how they would welcome and foster the diverse Sundance community and culture of independent creativity, according to the Institute. I don't know. Yeah, the festival is going to remain in Park City and Salt Lake City in 2025 and 2026, which is smart. But I don't think there's a reason to move this. For over 40 years, Sundance has supported and sustained and helped shine an essential spotlight on independent filmmakers and their work. And we are very carefully consider this important decision for our festival. We believe these 6 finalists allow us the best opportunity to not only secure a sustainable future for our festival. I hate that word. Now it's so misused and overused. Sustainable. Shut up. but also to build upon its legacy while continuing to support the next generation of storytellers and highlight bold new works of art. All right. Anyway, they've also been through some scandals. So, but let's see what you guys are saying. Sundance is really a cool thing and very, very important. Let's see what you guys have to say. Megalopolis found a distributor in Lionsgate and will make it to theaters in September. Hope it's good. The reviews weren't great, and I don't care. I've been waiting for this movie to be made forever, almost as long as the great man himself, and I am very much looking forward to it. And Tom, AI is going to be skewed to whoever programs it. Exactly. And what are all these tech ideologues skewed to? Mexican Arma says, CultureCasino breaks previous record by now live streaming more than 27 hours in a single 24-hour day. Well, it's not easy being me, Mike. Sometimes I have to be on 3 streams at a time. So there's that. This is absolutely true. A Latino family, very masculine. Yeah, very true. Machismo. Bilbo Swag's like, please don't come to Louisville. Yeah. Louisville's, man, it's unique, but for the movie-going crowd, I just don't see it. It's very strange. And Dice says, no, you don't need to move it. You need to make it so normal people can live. And we have Sundance. Sundance, it's all over northern Utah. Utah legislature stinks. This is why we can't have nice things. There you go. That's a quote. And you know, you're right. They should really keep it there. There's some infrastructure issues for sure, but Sundance is the heart of this festival. So, I mean, excuse me. Utah is the heart of this festival. So, especially that area. Oh my goodness, Sassy Lass with 5 CultureCasino memberships. Thank you, Sassy. Look at that picture of that rooster. I think it's a rooster. Pretty sure it's a rooster. Thank you, Sassy. Very generous for 5 gifties. Gifty. Oh man, all the names are going green. I love it. Thank you for supporting the channel. I do appreciate it very much. It's been a privilege to be able to talk to you guys all the time. I really do love what I do. I hope you enjoy it too. Cheaper spices. Yeah. Hey, Miss Pico Cafe. Good morning. Not Louisville, but Nashville would be a good one. That's a good choice, right? The character and charm of downtown Nashville is just super fun. And there's lots for the Hollywood types to do in Nashville. But I still think they have to keep it in Utah. Asheville would be great. But again, you need a broad set of offerings for the Hollywood crowd. Mark Fields, isn't the AI just pretty much a simple algorithm? I mean, it's predictive text. It's like, what's the most logical next thing? One of the biggest problems is because it can go out and grab everything that's ever been fed to it as, an exemplar to pull from and to try to make it interesting. If you know prompt foo, you can make it look and sound a little bit more human. But ultimately, I mean, there are stories in the AAP that can be written the way they are because they're done by AI. There's sports breakdowns and things like that, box scores and stuff like that. Those are all broken down by AI. And they were touting that at the AAP for a while. I did, again, multiple videos on this. So, Jared Markham, like, with diversity thrown in there. See, okay, there are words being overused now, and Jill Powers is here, so she can probably say something about this, but they're buzzwords now. Their value and meaning has been stripped away. Whether it be, diversity, sustainability, all that garbage, they've taken away the actual meaning of the word and watered it down. And so buzzwords simply are like, oh, that's an important thing. I should remember that. That's a good thing. If I hear this buzzword because it's been said so many times, that's a good thing. Eventually people go, I'm tired of hearing that. It's valueless now. Especially when it's being misused, which it's been misused for a long time. So good to see you, Sassy Lass. We're glad you're back. John Gibson, good morning. Jerry goes, did Disney sustain its bottom line? I don't think so. Ah, man, I love Tennessee. Cannot wait to move. Liberty Hall's cats. Gotta go. Gonna go see Despicable Me 4. Awesome. Grandson and 3 friends. I love it. I hope you have such a good time. Hey, there's Mac. Nails on the chalkboard. That's right. Oh, man, if you want to follow a great follow on Twitter, Mac is a great follow. A lot of data and information Mac beats us to, so we can just actually grab the data that Mac's putting together on Twitter. It helps a lot, cuts down on stuff. So thank you, Mac, for what you do. We appreciate you. Find Mac on Twitter. Ooh, something going on in the chat. Oh my gosh, another generous gift from Is This Live, who's gifting 5 Culture Casino memberships. Gifty! Lots and lots of them. Hey, Remy Canadian. Slytherin Peanut. I'm not a fan of the color green. I think you must be across the pond in the UK, Slytherin Peanut. You have the English spelling. I love it. Look at all those names. Thank you, Is This Live? You're very generous. Very generous indeed. Dice Media is like, let's put it this way. Utah chased RV show out of Salt Palace because they didn't want to fix the problem with taxes and government harassment of vendors. That's insane. Man. I love the state of Utah. They need to fix it. Need to fix it. Hey, John, how's the puppy? This is a great way to put it, Dice. AI is predictive plagiarism. That's true. Well, I'm just bummed out that there's a chance that Sundance will move. It sounds like a good chance. And it'll go somewhere that I've had less interest in going to. That's not good. Great place to see movies, though. Cyrano gives 5 Culture Casino memberships. More generosity in the chat. My goodness, folks. Well done. If you are a new member and you happen to be on this stream, you can check out the member chat. Now, the member stream that's coming up after this show. What's great about that is that members will be able to just hang out. That's what it's all about. We'll be there for an hour or longer and just chit-chat back and forth. And it's in a private area, so it won't be broadcast to the public. The public member stream is reserved for the high rollers. That's the perk that you get with that. And you get to do a public live stream with me, which is a lot of fun. But thank you, Cyrano 2960, for 5 Culture Casino memberships and all the gifties that was out there. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Cavatanio. Good to see you, buddy. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Culture, do you think if Sundance wasn't just a festival but had a year-round group to look for both new and... Well, Sundance is kind of that. I mean, the festival itself is about upcoming available films, selling films, just getting a distributor, whatever. It is a year-round effort. Sundance is a thing for a reason. Now, they've got some bad reputation at the moment because of some really bad things that happened within the organization itself at the top. But I don't know. Like I said, the only other place that might have the same feel would be Boulder, but I don't know that that's necessarily true. Pyrene Dream. Our mission to turn ChatGPT into Chatty McChatface. Yes, I did know this. Yep, very familiar with the massive LGBTQ community there. Yep. Yeah, we actually covered this on That Game Place, Cavatanio Cavalry Mencha. And yeah, we try to give you all this news. I think that was actually during the live portion, the Wednesday live show between 3 and 5 p.m. Eastern. You can check that out on That Game Place channel, the gaming channel that we run. Me and myself and Jonas J. Campbell. So love doing it. Plus, we've got a great team over there. Space Dave 2000, Spencer Pakuli, Stone Cold Loki, Nolan Thunder, Marvin the Movie Monster. I mean, we've got quite the team over there. It's a lot of fun. Good stuff. Probably gonna have to grow our team. Yeesh. All right, JG, have a great day at work. As an instructional designer, it hurts to see the AI tool we use take a text-based job aid and turn it into a video with AI voice and avatar with one button. So many jobs lost with just one application. Yeah. Yep. Hey, good morning, Luis. And good morning, Spaceship Vampire. And this is a problem, and I'm not going to read this verbatim, but Service Vero, yes. There is a problem with doing bad things to people who should be left very much alone. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, and boy, do I hate that word, problematic in Anonymous. Yes. Yes. Hey, Mirrodin. Hail and good morning. Good morning. There's Slender. I hung out with Slender last night. Had a good time. You guys got to check out that channel, Ascended Art. It is super fun. On Fridays, it's right after my post-flight show. It's good times. Hey, core member is here. This is the madman of memers right here. Thank you, core member. You crushing it. Yeah. And thanks for, not making me look too foolish when you do meme me. Okay, thanks. Hey, Tender Warrior is awesome. Oh, look at all these amazing people out there. I'm loving it. Oh, I'm in America's hat. Oh, okay. Canada. We still spell it with that English spelling color. Darth Gutierrez, what's up? Jaffo's out there. I got to get with you. I owe you. I owe you. Please send me a message because I feel bad because I want to use that beautiful piece of art you sent me. All right, let's go to the next story. I know there's a lot of you here that I didn't get to say hi to yet, but I gotta keep moving. Gotta keep moving on. All right, let's do something fun. You guys want something fun? Let's do a fun thing. Here's a fun thing. Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, so Deadpool and Wolverine. That's right. You got to see more of Lady Deadpool. Yep. And Logan's a weird element in this. This last trailer, this final trailer, was very much more serious. I don't know if you guys watched it, but if you want to get a real feel for what some of the movie is and what the serious undertones are, it's there. And I feel like that is, I feel like that's a good thing. It's pretty wild. But yeah, so the third and final Deadpool Wolverine trailer has arrived. And with it, so have the ladies of the franchise. So Lady Deadpool, X-23, and the bad guy, lady person. I guess Jackman is portrayed as an anti-hero from a different timeline, as we already surmised. And Reynolds says, I know, whoops, this stupid browser stuff. I know I turn everything into a joke, but I care. That's the voiceover. And I wanted to use that for something important. So everything about this particular trailer shows you the seriousness with which all of this is being done. So there's a lot of seriousness here. Later in the drama action-packed trailer, Wolverine is in the woods saying, whoever you think I am, you've got the wrong guy. Of course, he's talking with X-23 in that shot. And then X-23 responds in a very dramatic way. And finally, and at the end of the day, as I think we've said, it's very much a Deadpool movie, but it's not Deadpool 3. He said, this is Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's a singular. It is singular because of that. Okay, so this is a change in tone. That came from Sean Levy. All right. Yeah. It's like, that isn't in the trailer. But anyway, the trailer was really good. I think it's gonna encourage a lot more people to go and see this. I'm going to go see it, but I have to. But even if I wasn't, doing reviews or anything for it, I would still go see it. And I'm very excited for that. It looks like Culture's wearing chainmail. This is a really interesting black shirt. It has these white dots in it. It's crazy. So yeah, it does look a little different on the camera. I'm very much looking forward to this. I don't know about you guys, but I think this will be the one good thing for Marvel that comes out for quite some time, because the trailer for the Captain America, or Falcon Cap, or Tin Falcon, or Aluminum Siding Falcon, as I'm going to start calling him, Captain Aluminum Siding Falcon. I think that's not going to do well. I think it's not. But I am looking forward to the film. I don't have as financially, I don't think it's going to have the kind of success that many other people in my position are saying. I do believe now that it has a good possibility of going over $1 billion. I'm still going to claim victory if it stays in that 925-ish range at the top end, because that's where I put it. I put it between 825 and 925. But if you look back at when the last two films were released versus now with inflation, and then you account for the loss of butts and seats that they're going to experience, I don't know. In order for a film here in the U.S. and globally to get to those numbers, there has to be phenomenal word of mouth, and there has to be repeat visits. So there's that. Dice is all about 2 billion. Worldwide 2 billion. I've heard this. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. I'll be seeing it soon. So. Mine is based on 3 visits. I just don't see that happening. I love this. Feels like not teaching anymore, but a legacy of PhDs. That is so awesome. Thoughtful people who went forward and succeeded. It's great. Falcon's wings have been redesigned by the Wakandan Tech Group. They are indestructible. Okay. They are vibranium. They still look like aluminum siding. But I believe you. Deadpool is Marvel's Harley Quinn. Not in the same abilities, but they're both annoying and their fan bases are insufferable. Okay. I can appreciate that. But it'll be a good time. Rob Altus says, at this point, I don't see a $2 billion movie happening. There's just not a lot out there. The Wolverine popcorn buckets are already listing on eBay for $250. Yes, they are. To me, I mean, I will definitely end up with one of those popcorn buckets. So there's that. But at the same time, I'm very much looking forward to the Alien Romulus popcorn bucket. I'm going to have to get a few of those. Captain on your left. That's right, Tim's talk. Cyrano, did I say thank you for the 5 Culture Casino memberships? If I didn't, thank you. Hey, good day, Connie McIntyre. Good morning. Deadpool's father really, in many ways, is Howard the Duck. Victor Fontaine says, I'm going twice to DP3 if it's good. First to the fan event and later to with all the family on Saturday. That's awesome. Culture wants the popcorn bucket. Oh, interesting. Hey, I think they're cool. Thank you. Just wanted to make sure. Dr. Megatron, I agree with you, but I think a lot of people wouldn't get it if it was the egg. You know? Jeff Smith says, Cavatanio, no controllers will be sold. Nintendo are giving them away. What's happening now? All right, I got to go look this up. Was Nintendo's just, well, on the light, aren't they attached to the unit? Are the Joy-Cons removable on the light? I don't know, because I just, the Switches that we have are both the beefy ones. So that's weird. Interested American said, I look like I'm wearing chainmail. It's not. It's this shirt. It's these weird white dots or streaks or something. But that's cool. If I look like I'm wearing chainmail, I like the optical illusion. So, where are we at? Okay, we're closing in on stuff. Oh, the Deadpool controllers. Really? I'll have to go hunting for those. Hey, Keto Simple's in the house. Good Saturday to you, sir. Good to see you, my friend. Mark Daly says, as a claims adjuster, I have to climb sloped roofs. Gonna quit and join the... I can't say it. Here we go. Will that game place be reviewing the Deadpool game controller? Well, since I just found out about it, I'll ask and see if anybody's willing to get them or is able to get them. That's crazy. As a writing exercise, says Spaceship Vampire, I once tried to write a movie about Harley. Honestly, I'm a bit embarrassed by the writing gymnastics I had to pull in order to justify neither Batman nor Joker being in it. Yeah, that would have been rather hard. Did you guys see the terrible Harley Quinn movie, Birds of Prey, and the fantabulous weirdness thing from Harley Quinn and stuff? Almost a little bit. I don't know. So, are the stories true that the big villain in Deadpool 3 is a woman? Disney pushing another girl boss? Well, appearances would suggest so. Yeah. Yo Yimbo Noir says, "Ha! I thought it was chainmail too. It's not, but I actually have some chainmail, so there's that." So CultureCasino would be called Blackjack. Hit me again. There you go. Oh, you just gave me a character. Oh. Now I want a comic. CultureCasino. Blackjack. Yeah, I saw that with the butt. Yeah, it's pretty funny. A lot of butt humor in Deadpool. The Gaming Dude. Have a great day. It's good to see you. All right. We're going to move on. We're going to talk a little bit more tech, kind of. But we're also going to talk Disney. In fact, the next 3 stories are basically linked together in a way, because they're all linked to Disney. But let's start with the first one I think that's interesting to me. Hopefully it's interesting to you. The Oracle CEO right now is Safra Catz. She's also a Disney board member and has been for several years now. In fact, she was one of the people with a longer tenure there, but she's leaving. And if we take a look at it, she is going to be departing after 6 years. So the board's size will be reduced from 12 directors to 11. She's not telling anybody why she's leaving. There's no explanation, but according to a filing with the SEC, Katz informed the company on Thursday that she would leave the board. I hope it's not health related. Disney board was in the spotlight this year because of Nelson Peltz. We all remember that, I'm sure. In a months-long proxy fight, Peltz has accused Disney board members of falling down on the job, specifically with respect to vetting a CEO successor for Iger. I truly agree. At Disney's annual shareholder meeting in April, investors reselected, not by the greatest of margins, but by a decent margin, to leave all the incumbents in place. So there's that. The Disney CEO, Bob Iger, said in a statement that throughout her tenure on Disney's board of directors, Safra has provided valuable insight that has helped shape the company's long-term strategic planning amid rapidly changing technological landscape that affects our businesses. Bob does not want to be the CEO of an entertainment company. He wants to pretend he is CEO of a technology company, which he is not. In no way. They are a film, television, theme park, resort, cruise line. They are an entertainment-based enterprise that does have to use technology, like everybody else, to operate. That's it. He wants to be paid and treated like a tech executive. Well, they don't even have a video game studio. They keep acquiring them, starting them, and then closing them down. Crazy stuff. So, yeah. But CEO Bob Iger just basically is a silly human. Anyway, her contributions, continuing the statement, have been tremendous, and on behalf of the Walt Disney Company, I want to personally thank Safra for her years of service. Her comments were, I've been honored to serve on Disney's board, and I'm especially proud of the work we've done to fortify the company's unparalleled strength and continue its rich legacy of innovation. Where? From the HR department? From the, lean heavily into ridiculous ideologies? Drive those to the core of the company and tear it apart from the inside? Have spectacular failures in the technology that you're touting yourselves to contain? Pushing away visitors from your theme parks, pushing away viewers from your television and film offerings? That's a rich legacy? I don't think so. Anyway, since 2014, Katza serves as the CEO of Oracle. And obviously she held previous positions within Oracle. And Oracle kind of is in a holding pattern. But she came from, HSBC Holdings. Well, that's an interesting conversation to have at some point. Yeah. So you got 11 board members with some people that are definitely not qualified to be there, like the Coca-Cola person, the Nike person, the Procter and Gamble person, and another Cisco Systems person, because, that's Oracle. Yeah. Got a lot of people on this board that are severely compromised. They're all colluding together. Anyway, so she's gone. Hey, wonderful gift from Liberty Hall's Cat for $1.99 or the $2 Culture Casino cash. Thank you for that. Here's a couple bucks to get some popcorn. Thank you, Liberty Halls. Appreciate it. Hannibal Grimm, good to see you. Count Bob is a political idealist. Indeed. Igerus Boba Dial, though. You guys. To pretend he's an Epper. He does. He wants to pretend that. K. Robert says, Bob's just messaging his next industry to board and ruin. Yeah. It's insane. Too much ideology. Oh, and thank you guys for hitting the like, the like button for Liberty Hall's Cat on the Super Chat. Thank you for that. Weatherman, what's going on? Dapper Bard says Disney shouldn't touch technology. Every time they put new tech into the parks, it never works, right? Not to mention how the best Disney games were made by other companies. Yeah, I think other than Disney Infinity, which was developed in-house, I think they haven't had a lot of success. And then every successful studio they brought in, they run into the ground and closed, including LucasArts, which was dumb. Randall Orser says, I'd laugh so hard if Bob ever slipped and called it the Bob Iger Company. In private circles, he probably has. Yeah, R.I.P. LucasArts. Yep. He's a weatherman. He made his way to the top. Lots of charisma there. Ooh, here we go. Thank you, Dice. On Parallel, Hasbro hired a Microsoft to be CEO of Wizards and almost bankrupted Hasbro Wizards and Disney all at once. Tech people suck at running companies. There are very few tech people that basically possess all the skills required, and this is an opinion by me, okay? That possess all the skills required to run a corporation. They just don't have it. They usually don't have experience outside of their business either. And the problem with Iger is he brings in people who are not qualified to be board members. And he gets to hand pick them because of the entities like BlackRock and Vanguard and others that hold such a giant chunk there. And then you end up with all these companies that have basically the same people on their boards, and they're all corrupted at the same time. There needs to be some rules changes, folks. Mark, Iger wants to be paid like a tech company, and I want $10 million in Haley Atwell's personal cell phone number. As the great poet said, you can't always get what you want. Nope. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. So glad the last time I went to Disneyland was once they first opened after the global crisis. No Genie Plus app to deal with. Daughter still prefers Universal over Disneyland here in Cali. I understand. Dr. Megatron, I understand. Uncle Remus, can't we all just get along? The funny thing is they're trying to get rid of Uncle Remus, and here we have a wonderful personality here that's not going to let you. Oh, I have too. Thank you, Interested American. You have a super weekend. Trying to catch up with y'all. I am 2 minutes behind. Culture, opinion on possibly being two bad guys for the last Saturday's incident. People are making a case for something like that. In history, there's always been a thought process that would suggest that it would be, usually is, and we find out it's even broader than we expected. Would I be surprised? No. I've seen cases for that. There goes my monetization. Oh, well. Sassy Lass is off to take care of the rooster. Roo the rooster. Wishing all you a super Saturday. Thank you, Sassy Lass. You're great. I love the rooster. Man, I bet you'd never have to set an alarm clock. I remember back in the day, I did. Slender Dad. You get what you need. That's right. Don't know what you got till it's gone. Roles and responsibilities have to be aligned, like NASA being a two-sided clique of business and scientists. They don't have pragmatic crew techs. Yeah. Like I said, I mean, it does take a special breed to be a CEO, but we need to move on because I need to be able to prep for the member stream, and we still have 2 more stories to go, guys. So thank you all. I love this support. It's amazing. There's my brother, Eric K. I've been missing you, dude. Would you go out to the convention? What's going on, man? I hope you're doing okay, Eric. All right, let's do this. Let's do this thing. More Disney. But this is weird because this has to do with ratings. And ladies, I apologize for the somewhat explicit imagery you're about to see. And you know, I'm still safe showing it, but it's a little risque. I mean, nothing you haven't seen in every single show that now is directed only at women, but there you go. Rise of Red, which is the Descendants' new thing, and Love Island lead with 1.1 billion minutes. This is straight from Illuminate in their streaming ratings. So Descendants, Rise of Red. So I apologize, ladies, for subjecting you to that imagery. I apologize very much. Not really. Anyway, the most watched streaming originals in the U.S. during the week of July 12 to 18 were Peacock's Love Island. I guess that's season 6. I cannot believe that's a thing. I really can't. And Disney's Descendants, The Rise of Red. Those two are winning with 1.1 billion minutes. Look at that. Love Island, season 6, 1.1 billion. Vikings Valhalla, 1 billion. Receiver, 886 million. And so on and so on. Boys is in 4th. Eesh. That's rough with 4 seasons. Yikes sauce. And Sausage Party? What the heck? All right. Anyway, so this was the second week at number 1 for Love Island. So it's up a bit. And The Rise of Red debuted on the first day of the viewing window, giving it a full week to accrue its total. So there you go. And on Disney Plus at number 1, 1.1 billion minutes. Now, why am I focused in on Descendants, The Rise of Red? Why? Well, Descendants, The Rise of Red, temporarily removed from Disney Plus. I'm sorry, 1.1 billion minutes removed from Disney Plus. 1.1 billion minutes removed from Disney Plus. See that again. There it is. 1.1 billion minutes removed from Disney Plus. Temporarily. Why? What was in this that Disney didn't want to be associated with? What did they do to this? What theme was in this? What was it? Hey, Kitty Cat. Kitty Cat, welcome to the membership. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. But what is this, honestly? So, last week, Disney released a brand new original movie called Descendants, The Rise of Red. And it went on to become the most viewed Disney movie premiere from Disney-branded television ever. In the first 3 days, it had 6.7 million views, they say, but at 1.1 billion minutes, who's to argue? And in the new movie, a former kid villain, Uma, is now the headmaster of this prep academy, and she extends an invite to the school to another VK Red, the rebellious daughter of the tyrannical Queen of Hearts from Wonderland. I know absolutely nothing about this film, show, or any of the things that are associated with it. But anyway, fans of the movie have been a little confused this morning as the film is currently unavailable to stream on Disney Plus. That's around the world, not just in the States. So, thank you, Experiment 626. Villain Kid is VK. Okay, thank you. I don't know anything about this. So, apparently, the good news is the movie will be returned to Disney Plus, and this is a temporary issue which Disney is currently investigating and looking to fix. It's not tied to the massive Microsoft problem. Are you buying this at all? Why was this removed? And what when it came back, because it's just updated, what happened? Do we speculate? Because I am. I think they pulled something out of this. I think they edited it. They played it off as a technical issue. Why do I think that? Because I don't trust Disney at all, because they constantly lie. Constantly. I know there's a whole group of humanity that loves the Descendants, right? I know nothing about it. There are some things I'm blessed to know nothing about. This are a lot of things, technically, and that's one of them. I will say, Victor Fontaine, thank you for sending a Grumble grant for the popcorn buckets. Thank you. A $10 grumbling grant. I appreciate it. Thank you, Vic. Appreciate you. I appreciate all of you guys. You guys are amazing hanging out there on Green Machine. We're also live on Twitter. Hi. Shore popped in from Twitter yesterday to hang out. That was fun. Rodimus Supreme. How many minutes? Okay, but it's a movie, so it's longer. So, a full view is going to give you more minutes. 6.7 million viewers, though, in the first 3 days. Pretty good number. And as somebody suggested in the chat, and I'll get to that in a moment, but that may beat Acolyte? Did beat Acolyte? Probably. Uh-oh. Who broke culture? Well, that was what it is. Yeah, Rise of Red just released. Just happened. So it's very strange. Yeah, I think Descendants is a teen thing. I do. And they all have, hair to go along with their costume. Yeah. Descendants, The Rise of Red. I don't know. Who watched it? I don't know. Kids? Teenagers? Tweens? Emotionally stunted 35-year-olds? I don't know. Monkey Jeebus. They don't want it overshadowing the Acolyte. That's who said that. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Breeze feet? Feet? Probably something, dirty. I don't know. Bad Take Bojan, hey Tina, says, is a series of specials that chronicles the lives of the Disney villains' children. Oh, well, there you go. Did not know that. Thank you for the update. Yeah, it was you, Monkey Jeebus. If it beats Acolyte, it looks bad. Bad Bill, hello. Evil Ramen, show sounds terribly uninteresting. Again, I don't think this was not made for you. It's okay. You guys all gave me correction. Heroes and villains? All right. Disney doing another show where the villains are the protagonists. Color me shocked. Well, it's how you get bad things into society. And if you look at everything that's being developed right now across the board, especially Netflix, but Disney Plus, also in equal measure, that's all they're doing now. Well, there's a reason they're bad. They're not being recognized for who they are. They're not being respected. Same thing with the Jedi. Same thing with everything. We need to get away from this stuff, which is quite obviously neo-Marxism. Okay? Yeah. Chris Carabats, thanks for being here. Says, my 10-year-old absolutely loves these series and was super excited for the movie. I didn't watch all of it with her, but I have no idea what it is, what was in it to make it bad. See, I don't know either. Honestly, the only reason to pull this down, well, I guess two now. Monkey Jeebus makes a good point. But the only reason to pull this down is because something was in it and they had to remove it. It's a glitch, doesn't answer the question. And I think it was for, a bigger period of time than anybody probably recognized. They said it's not related to what happened with Microsoft or with CrowdStrike. So what other technical reason would there be? Yeah, investigation of the edit they need to make. Maybe. Stinks on ice. Is it on Netflix too? I don't know. Maybe it would be eventually. I don't know. Chill Powers. Is it just me, or do some of you agree that the titles of these new offerings are really lame? Well, yeah. Yeah. You know, and they're long. It's like it's like reading a paragraph in an article before you get to the end of the title. It's insane. Chris Carabat says, I'll have to watch it again with her and see if she notices anything different. That would be great. If somebody had watched it with their young one and was able to locate a different thing, that would be spectacular. And once again, I want to say thank to Kit Kat for becoming a new member of the channel. Appreciate that. I'm sure someone on the internet. I'll go looking. Kaiser Soze says the Disney agenda. Yep. TDA. The Disney agenda. Huh. If it did so well, is it possible they're trying to push it back so they can tout its success at the next shareholder call? Possibly, I don't know. Mac, Disney would never pull something successful off Disney Plus. It's very rare. True. It's not like it was Willow. Willow was terrible. They had to hide that. It was so bad. They had to get rid of it. It was embarrassing. Actually, most things out of Disney Plus now are embarrassing. The original stuff, anyway. Classic stuff's great. Nothing that you were promised back in 2017 to 2019 did you get. Nada. Martian Sunrise asks a good question. What age group was Acolyte aimed at? I don't know. Because remember, the argument before was Star Wars is for kids. Okay. You have an intimacy coordinator so that you can have discount Ezra Miller disrobe and do, an upper body shot and create the perfect shipper situation. I guess technically, I think it was for the Tumblr fan fiction folks. Could be wrong. Chris Carabat says that it was all preteen. Okay, fair enough. That sounds like an interesting night. But I'm glad you were there to observe, Chris Carabats, truly. Oh, that's a good thing. See how long the Rise of Red is before and after it is released. There you go. Good way to source it out. Mutant Bamhammer, good to see you. Oh, okay, so it is both villains and heroes' kids. Some of the heroes' kids are bad. Well, of course they are. Of course. I've got it. They were being successful. Oh, you guys are so funny. Hey, Griffin. Griffin in the house. Hey, Pain Like Bane. All right. Well, we are running out of road here because we are 30 minutes until the member stream. And you're about 30 minutes till Salty Nerd Podcast. And I need to prep the member stream. So, for those of you that are members, if you go to the community tab You should have a notification there, maybe even the notification bell. You can click on and find that you are capable of seeing the member stream and participating in it. Now, this stream, the member stream, is hidden behind a shield, so that if you elect to participate, it's just available to members. So if you want to participate, you can. If you don't, you're welcome to just hang out, because really all we're going to do is talk about stuff. It's more of a chit chat than it is anything else. I don't really cover a lot of subjects and things. So apparently the Descendants Rise of Red is sitting at a 4.7 of 10. Well, that's not ideal. And I just got a reminder for the members chat in 30 minutes. Well, there you go. I hope those of you who decide to make it can and will. Again, participation in the chat on screen is not required. You just can hang out, ask questions in the chat. It's very similar to what I do here. Oh, they're not good. The Descendants are not good. Uh-oh. All right. Well, like I said, if you are not a member, which after today, I don't know who wouldn't be a member because of all the generosity. But if you are a member, I'd love to see you. You don't have to be there. And if you're not a member, do check out Salty Nerd Podcast. My friends are always brilliant on Saturdays. On that note, I will say this, and I will definitely go look at those reviews at some point. Yeah. Be sure to take care of yourself. Take care of others. And until next time, see ya.
Words cannot express the gratitude that comes from culture towards you on this day. Or they can, but, it's one of those things you say.